From its hub in Silicon Valley to the incredible industries in China and India, tech is the modern-day goldmine, with limitless opportunities for those who dare to innovate. With its billionaires having an estimated collective net worth of $2.1 trillion, it's no surprise this market is full of exceptionally brilliant minds in our generation. So in this video, let's take a look at the top most influential CEOs who are the movers and shakers of the tech world. Number 10. Reed Hastings, CEO of Netflix. If you've ever watched a TV show or a movie on Netflix, you've got this guy to thank. Reed Hastings conceived the idea of a rental by mail service when he was charged a late fee for misplacing a rented Apollo 13 VHS. It was initially meant for all those who wanted to rent DVDs via a website instead of a conventional storefront or printed catalog. And like many other great ideas in history, the service was primarily meant to solve a problem Hastings himself faced. He had no idea whether customers would even use this new service, but he went along with it anyway. And guess what? It turned out to be a huge hit. With a background in the Peace Corps, Hastings wasn't one to back out of intimidating situations. But luckily for him, and honestly for the rest of us, his risk-taking nature paid off for the better. And now we all get to enjoy movies from the comfort of our homes. Number 9. Michael Dell, CEO of Dell. Unless you live under a rock, it's impossible to avoid using a Dell product at some point in your life. In fact, I'm willing to bet there's one lying around you right now. That's the impact of Dell Technologies, one of the world's largest technology infrastructure companies founded by the American businessman and philanthropist Michael Dell. With a net worth of $49.7 billion, Dell is one of the most prominent CEOs in the tech industry, and someone people get inspired by. He was pretty much destined to succeed, considering how much he believed in the hustle from an early age. Michael Dell was only 8 years old when he applied to take a high school equivalency exam in the hopes of stepping into the business world. By his early teens, he had saved up plenty by working part-time jobs and started investing in stocks and precious metals. Honestly, who does that? Dell Technologies started in a residential building at the University of Texas, where Dell was studying. By the age of 27, Michael Dell had already become one of the youngest CEOs running a successful company. Number 8. Gwynne Shotwell, President and COO of SpaceX. You've heard of SpaceX, one of the leading spacecraft manufacturers dedicated to space travel and exploration. But do you know about the woman who's single-handedly running its day-to-day operations and is the reason behind its immense growth in such a short time? Sure, being backed by the wealthiest man on Earth, Elon Musk, helps, but upholding that reputation is the remarkable president and COO of SpaceX, Gwynne Shotwell. Gwynne is a businesswoman and an engineer who knows how to get things done. She initially enrolled in Chrysler's management training program, but her love for engineering drove her to join the El Segundo Research Center of the Aerospace Corporation later down the road. She worked there for 10 years before joining SpaceX starting in 2002 as Vice President of Business Development. Today, she manages the company's billions of dollars in customer contracts and strategic relations, ensuring SpaceX's commercial viability as a space research company. Number 7. Masayoshi Son, CEO of SoftBank. One of the most powerful people in the world and the second richest person in Japan, Masayoshi Son is the man representing SoftBank and dominating the global tech industry with his incredible investing skills. SoftBank is a leading Japanese investment conglomerate whose main business lies in stakes across various technology, energy, and financial companies. Son moved from Japan to the USA while still in high school. He studied economics and computer science at the University of California, Berkeley, where he developed a profound interest and fascination with a microchip he read about in a magazine. While still in college, Son pursued his first business venture when he built an electric transistor, which was a huge success. Masayoshi Son is a highly renowned investor with an unparalleled vision. Many people consider Son's investment of $20 million in young Jack Ma one of the most important investments of all time. Despite Jack Ma's company Alibaba, a Chinese multinational e-commerce technology, not having a solid business model back then, Son decided to invest in Ma because of the quotes sparkle in his eyes. As counterintuitive as that sounds, Son is an extremely clever man with a 300-year vision, so I'm pretty sure he knew what he was doing. Moreover, SoftBank's $100 billion Vision Fund, the world's largest technology investor, has massively disrupted startup investment, becoming a global startup machine in recent years. Currently, along with serving as the CEO of SoftBank, Son is invested in the world's biggest solar project planned for Saudi Arabia, which is expected to be completed by 2030. Given Masayoshi Son's genius vision and foresight, it's safe to say I have high hopes for the project and its future. Number 6. Sundar Pichai, CEO of Alphabet Incorporated. This man doesn't need much introduction as he is a global household name. Sundar Pichai makes you believe in the power of sheer determination and focus. This strong combination can take you places and empower you to overcome the harshest circumstances. Pichai grew up in Madras, India, living with his family in a cramped home. His father, an electrical engineer at the British multinational GEC, always prioritized the education of his sons, which is partly why Pichai grew up to be so tremendously successful at an international level. Pichai was a silver medalist at the Indian Institute of Technology, Kharagpur, an achievement that enabled him to earn a scholarship at Stanford University. He was appointed as the CEO of Google in 2015 and the CEO of Alphabet Incorporated in 2019, both of which are positions he currently holds. Number 5. Larry Ellison, founder of Oracle. To grow a startup with 3 programmers into the largest supplier of database software and the second largest supplier of business applications in the world is no small feat, and you need a man of Larry Ellison's caliber to get the job done. Ellison is a tech genius with impeccable leadership skills, and under his impressive track record in identifying and conquering new markets, Oracle, an American multinational computer technology corporation, witnessed the most phenomenal growth over the years. Despite notable setbacks initially, the company grew steadily until 1992, when Oracle 7 was released, which swept the market tremendously, making Ellison a billionaire as a result. Although Ellison resigned from the post of CEO in 2014, he currently still serves as board chair and chief technology officer. Number 4. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon. We've all bought a product or two from the e-commerce giant Amazon at some point in our lives. Can you believe this incredible company was founded in a mere garage in Seattle in 1994? Although he now owns a bit less than 10% of the company, Amazon is the name Jeff Bezos will always be associated with. It's the reason for his stunning success and why he still remains among the richest men in the world. Bezos stepped down as CEO of Amazon to become the company's executive chairman in July 2021. He and his wife Mackenzie divorced in 2019 after 25 years of marriage, following which he transferred a quarter of his then 16% Amazon stake to her. Currently, Jeff Bezos is the owner of the Washington Post and Blue Origin, an aerospace company committed to developing rockets and space exploration. Number 3. Mark Zuckerberg, co-founder, chair, and CEO of Meta, previously Facebook. Even if you're not big on using social media, it's nearly impossible to avoid coming across Facebook at one point or another. Such is the impact of this social networking site founded in a Harvard University dorm room by none other than Mark Zuckerberg. Along with his fellow mates Andrew McCollum, Dustin Moskovitz, Chris Hughes, and Eduardo Saverin, Zuckerberg developed a platform originally referred to as FaceMash. One of the most impressive facts about him is that he is an entirely self-taught computer programmer. Zuckerberg's current net worth is around $68 billion, and he serves as the chair and CEO of Meta, one of the largest and most popular social networking platforms of all time. Number 2. Elon Musk, CEO of Tesla and SpaceX. Elon Musk is a man who definitely doesn't need an introduction. The South African-born American entrepreneur is the CEO of Tesla Motors, co-founder of the electronic payment firm PayPal, and the founder of SpaceX, one of the biggest makers of launch vehicles and spacecrafts. But above all, you know him as the richest man on Earth currently, with a net worth of $223 billion. Musk displayed a talent for computers and entrepreneurship from an early age, and by 12 he had already created his first video game and successfully sold it to a computer magazine. He left South Africa in 1988 because he didn't want to undergo compulsory military service, and of course the United States seems to have far greater economic opportunities for the young and ambitious Musk. His success and personal style are among the most distinguished in the industry, routinely giving rise to comparisons with other tech tycoons like Steve Jobs, Howard Hughes, and Henry Ford. Before moving on to my final pick, here are a few honorable mentions that I feel must be commended for their work in the tech industry. Lisa Su, CEO of AMD, Whitney Wolfe Herd, founder of Bumble, Daniel Ek, CEO of Spotify, Melanie Perkins, CEO of Canva, and Susan Wojcicki, CEO of YouTube. Now, for my final pick, I have chosen a man who has managed to transform an already mega successful company into a multi-trillion-dollar behemoth, increasing its shares by over 1,000% in his tenure. But before I reveal his name, any guesses on who that might be? You can pause the video and let me know in the comments below if you got that right. Number 1. Tim Cook. Successor of the renowned Steve Jobs and the current CEO of Apple, Tim Cook is a man with the most unprecedented leadership skills the world has ever seen. Since he assumed charge in 2011, Apple has witnessed remarkable growth and profitability under Cook's leadership, and as of June 2021, the company made roughly $10,000 per second. I mean, can you wrap your head around how much money that is? Tim Cook grew up in Alabama and later graduated from Auburn University with a degree in industrial engineering. He then went on to pursue an MBA from Duke University. Before being promoted to the role of CEO after the death of Steve Jobs, Cook served as the COO of the company and was well known for driving profitability and crafting complex global supply chains. If Steve Jobs were alive today, there's no denying he'd be pretty happy with his successor. If you're interested in learning more about science and technology, check out the other videos on the cards. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.